I mean, some more cover be Amanyosem Jumedi na Gusa show original TV. So me can say WhatsApp number on the screen. So here so over number. Now send WhatsApp messages in the abray. Anytime be our person send it be and you can send as many as you want. Who send it be I will do the and baby I want account never because I need kind in the amount. So actually Facebook live stream, you know, comment section. No bit me a comment or once a weba. I can in the amount. But for Ejo Major, Ewa Asani Tano, Edomano Boabo for Edema LPG Amanyuku Sanso and Era Jonathan Adams, Samufo Penny, Edema 24news.news. Yes, and Radio Jumako Abe Fontin Tano Swa over to me. I follow the news articles in Naso. Oh, Abeja for Mamado.
Zame,
upon me, dear.
Via Boko.
Me pedivia and then dressing it looks so relaxing. White, and I also saw what the eye share to say, and a more relaxed power, but then some a good pronunciation. Mammy Shas and Fenfree, Ira Yawasani, Tano Honum, and Shas and Fenfree baby Amede, and the office of the special prosecutor. 9 months after the appointment of Kisia Jabin, President is yet to appoint the governing board, though he is mandated by the Act, the Constitution, the Act, and the Decree Office of the Special Prosecutor. Also, budget allocation, I said they call 170 million, as we speak, only 10 million in it, and they are called. Just opposing that with the release of 225 million Ghana cedis to into the construction of the National Cathedral in the midst of a year, all these statutory payments. That is an arrears.
Amadasi, my fa, acquaintance na menchia ashafo yina. As usual, betcha besi segbefia se, or share or then a bushafo. Yeah, and somehow, in fact, se obi catcher me say, another danko for a team. Ombe digana nyase ya, and Kenya dear. Ye will be a better. But from 2017, our better could also be seen there. The BBR of my biano. So also official scammers. Now we son another Danko Kufuado, any team or more Mubu or Maya. You will never get any scammers from anywhere. And I said on one of your sister stations, say, Nipa or bar out to back and say, another Danko for I don't know family and friends. No more achim sakawa mafias. No, I think that pronouncement was a divine one. In the sense, a big beer or more almost coming abrofree or internet name no mano. A big beer and what almost coming a drew another Danko Kufuado and in a team are up to date. Or more yen share manipulation in no manoma. A pow, the first special prosecutor in the person of Ben Kaiser, Martin Amidu. Some of us we said, it was just to spite the NDC. Say, Mose Mompeno, into your fano. Now you use sooner. Yes, you use sooner for the benefit of the nation, but we want to use him and dump him. And some of us we proposed it, we pronounced it. That look, acquire aquafano. And yeah, dear MPP in their heart, no, they thought that it was important to go and pick a Martin Ebidu and give him a special prosecuting position. Be now, just say, Wabeye, command, I'm an NDC for say, NDC for any maguyase. Most of them penny, say, see, I'm sure you warrior. That was not the core. So, Bashe, Nidinya, or more a Japadia document, or more true, no ma omba or mobile. At a point, they profiled many personalities, including their own party members. And they got to a point where they profiled Jerry John Rawlings and how they will use him. And he said, Yenya Sebe, na ye near Fika during the time, now you will go forward Bem. Now another danko for no ye Attorney General, what a foreign affairs minister on. You who the rift between Oni Rawlings. Now time. Rollins efi abem no na yenim say e ya ade as omoba obe prosecute Rollins and I say time contest here anko person be the president no say ade anka ye man kwa mani be di the agenda was say obe prosecute Rollins and also obe tata Rollins because we fear the ye ni there was no way anka at the end of the day no Rollins ever be one of the closest friends to the Ado families but and the NPP fraternity. But it came to pass. It is something that we have profiled in the Japade document. Say, sa number use no, and they stated normal or be use no, ebema na feel say they love him, no. And sa scheme no, they know how to play it very well. And to we say the first special prosecutor started writing, theses or epistles as we termed it, telling us say, this is the real deal. He appointed me office to give me an office. It was a problem, and of course, with such an institution, or more officer, you must give them an office that is befitting, a very spacious one for that matter. So they can have the board now. Be also maybe at but it was a problem. So many areas of which children say it was not suitable for the work that he wanted to do. Now the time all complaining now yen fee say or dry asundodo. Eko so trot side frustration mo one and I will play. I'll be catching you say. A bedroom emrebi around the middle of a certain year. Say san no man or and san can and yeah obeja no go no because it will mean that that office was not fit to do the mandate that they have given him. And pam in the musa manipulations are horrible. Board na emrane hye so constitute na board no ebua no omoye adwuma no was neither here nor there. Esi council and so did the adwuma no also was not coming. Nti yewura kisi Ajabin ba ye appointed no yenim say ono de he is from their stock because we have gotten to know say he is a friend to the NPP fraternity and now say NPP that is what is alleged. Nti we thought so no dear and as a young man what bay things will change to as it way said the mayor a begu yewura Benskizer Martin Amidu a citizen vigilante in Animase. But it has turned out to be even worse than Benski's idea. In the sense, Martin Amidu was writing, but Mr. Ajabin is giving us list of cases at all. And we have been talking and talking, not knowing, say, he is not able to prosecute or go ahead with his mandate because, first of all, there's no board, governing board. Second of all, the funds are not coming. Funds that has been requested, 1 billion Ghana cedis, to put up an infrastructure that will seek to enhance the special prosecutor's office. Once the crown quiet, he has requested for 170 million Ghana cedis, also to aid him to as it will pay the staff and do other things.
That's 170 million. You're on a request here. A finance minister and the government in the budget allocation for the office of the special prosecutor.
They move 10 million per
yeah.
All this while. It is a scam that they put together to want to portray to the international community, say we are fighting corruption. He say he's not doing it anyway. But Baby Okasa, I don't know where he spoke. But you could see, say, there were foreigners sitting in there. Probably some of the diplomatic community, they were there. And all the things that he said with that his right? That English now kind of feels or table of it's annoying. Our country trying to purport to insinuate. Say Esika was spending fighting against corruption and Jessica Kitwa. YMBC and say a dear out of the corruption fighting. Right? What happened the first time that we can mention them? I have been asking the special prosecutor a certain question, say, and he raises her John Nayi. Aptly, we are picking it up. He has dealt with it. Today I read, say, they have frozen all Sir John's, late Sir John's assets. But we have PDS hanging there long before the Sir John issue was raised. Why is the special prosecutor not getting into the PDS? Yet he said that for this Gabi Ochedako. How far is that true? That will allow that to as it were no a bema a juma esa we no because we now for 40 women to person be. Sir John wo our corner there. You the media band the intent akoso. You understand? There is something going on that the government or the president is not ready to fight corruption because they have been more corrupt than any other institution. And I have said, sir, take out all the hardened criminals from our various prisons. I mean, bring them back into the society. And arrest Nana Danko Kufuado, Kenoforia, Tagabi, and a few group of people, their friends, put them back into jail. Ghana will see a better face in terms of the economic situation. Kenoforia, the most, dangerous conflict of interest scheme running. Or the Onwankasane Bank, and any company, the financial advisor for the various and many loans that he has been collecting. The loan that they were taking was not to take and build the nation, but to take their percentage out of it. And in Kayano Yemfantio Triaka, we should swim in the poverty pool. This is what has happened. So it is important that as a people, as a citizen of a country, or citizens of a country, it is important those of us who are able to get opportunity like this to speak, to speak truth to power. We shouldn't be afraid of them. Now, how would you, if you are not a scammer, when you told that, say, when in your dream, when you were having your campaign, you had promised God that if he made you win, you will build a cathedral for him. This was not in your manifesto, as you rightly said. You did not tell anybody in the public domain about this thing. It was after you have won, etc., etc., you decided to build a cathedral. And you stated categorically that you will not spend a penny of the taxpayers' money in building your cathedral because it was your dream. The first taxpayers' money that you scammed at and you spent was pulling down the buildings that the taxpayers' money was used in building to house our judges and other group of people. You pulled them down. And then you did not take the money from your own pocket to go and rent or build new places for them. But the same taxpayers paid. So in the first place, you lied to God by telling all of us, say, you will not use the public money. You put those buildings down. The buildings belong to the taxpayer. 2, and what sanctuary has about 250 million Ghana cedis. And we free. And Che be an country say 100. And Famua Cathedral. But you see, their modus operandi has been that when they are stealing, they add the pastors and the chiefs so that they will cover them from. Some of them, their names are in the list, are out. You staff at the presidency. There is a special a place for those who leading the building of the cathedral committee. Many will taxes near to meanwhile, you came to tell us that you will not use any taxpayers' money in doing or putting up your dream, whatever that your apama when Yankopon ekoye. In the first place, Yankopon hopa. Yankopon. I don't know if God will look at this man to use his name because Bible no say Yankopon din jenjan. Now when you use Yankopon din and you are scamming your own people. Continuously you are scamming us. And you keep on telling us that you spent monies that should have made the Ghanaian prosper. You spend money in education and all that. Look at the list. Common fund is not going. This is Assembly Common Fund. Teachers training allowance is not going. Nurses training allowance is not going. A friend is saying school feeding. Apiati rehabilitation. Me, I'm not surprised though. You remember the Buidam when Oman Penkufor was in power. It is their what? I don't know how to. Their trademark. They showed several pictures of a new city of Bui. Consistently, GBC, GTV, they were showing it. Said, this is how the Bui city will look like. This, that. They showed it for 3 good months. At the end of the day, me know yet have question say Bui no yes city be ohana. The same applies to Apiati. Nothing will go on there. What you have, you understand? So that scheming of putting lies into the public's mind, and we buy them, and so we feel say, or the other kind of and so there have been precedent examples. A whole a system can buy now. Timamufo, Ejitum say, Incrofo, we are profo, or your man boyful. These are a group of people that I continue to say who came to the scene to capture the state because they feel that they were once superior and at the ascendancy of Kwame Nkrumah made a certain tribe, the Ashantis, better and stronger than them. And now that they've come back, they should get that glory back. You understand? And that mentality is what is crippling the nation. Because a few people's or more greediness. Sa forest here that honest cantonment is say. Omo cheni nyina afa. Labon is say. Omo cheni nyina afa. If you man pay ko for abreso. A friend say asase ya ka search motor forest no. The enti aganfo no I pity them no. The Ashanti region, the Abana releasing no. I say it went to the chief himself, the king of Ashanti. No matter how the situation, how they release the Abasa or Heleno or Tiko Koso. 409 acres ni nyina no nsem na wo obia ni ho a wate chafa to say you as a politician want to make a check utum for assassin fa but a bank na ha dia assassin no man next no gamanche no oni bio o mo sa akanfo no a e no mache assassin nyina afa won kra ha. These are the things I can feel say the youth of God will rise so that we also follow them. Aban we your man boy for aban led by another danko for o man penko for anyesa. The glory that Oman Penkufo brought to the NPP has now been totally wiped out by the Nadu Danko Akufo-Addo and his family's greed and selfishness. And that is where we are. All the monies that are supposed to go into the various institutions to strengthen the country, the monies are not hanging anywhere. It's in their rooms. They have the money. They have it. Look at the opulence. The extravagant spending at the, your friends are voting a year and rich Wamokoye. We are treading on a very dangerous ground, and they have 2.5 more years. It's a one dream say be best going into the next 2 years now. And what we need to do is to ensure that we will strategize and put away the MPP and keep them at bay for a very, very long time.
Okay. Yera ya Asani Tano and Martin and Caso so bit me as no message in their brain. Na can add ma already near be asking message about my maintenance dear tenor for Minko Yera, a year Jonathan on some funny dear. And Brana Nipano say it will make Ghanaians see how leaders and people in government are corrupt when they start working or said they are serving Ghanaians. Let everyone in government declare their asset, and we will all know the time they acquire those properties. Or see, if Ghana is not developing and corruption is high, we should blame the media. Why now? Not the media talk about the leaders and people serving Ghanaians to declare their assets now, to stop them stealing. Ahenkai and anyway a free spin test no day abre. We should day about say I hope again that Nanado is asleep. Let's go and wake him up. We should was a good evening, Sammy. I think this government is doing us more harm than good. Upon numerous promises, look at how they are managing the economy. This is Francis. This from Francis from Daboase. I know the way they are about. See, you have statutory payment in arrears, and yet you are using 25 million cedis to build cathedral. We are not serious as a country at all. Akufo-Addo is indeed a scammer. We say, Sammy, good evening. Greetings to you and your panelists. This syndicate does not think about the ordinary Ghanaian. They only think about themselves. Bala Edifrim Chebi and the way free a day abba. Yerajo.
Sammy. Corruption.
Office of Special Prosecutor, no governing board, no budget allocation. Instead of 170 million, 10 million penny to me at the ACO. Statutory payment, all statutory payments in arrears, including a PSC committee. Yet the government is spending 25 million Ghana cedis on National Cathedral.
I mean, my main chair, first of all, my main chair, so we are live on Facebook.
Yeah, we are live on Facebook.
Main chair, those who are even, especially those who are watching on Facebook. Around this time, most people want to sleep, so they are by their phone. Almost your program, mostly on their Facebook. enti ma menchi omo na same Office of Special Prosecutor's Office for me is one of the offices and also one of the institutions when it was established no me hono pass a very 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 good office. I didn't in America, sir, because so share a number of times politicians and the grand scheme are more planning to take over the resources of this country. Sometimes when you have information about certain schemes of these politicians, you cry. Run up to the 2016 elections. I don't think a special prosecutor's office will be established. Run up to the 2016 elections. So if you are one of the main messages, apart from employment, job creation, one of the main messages MPP declare elections was corruption. And the previous administration make about former President Mahama administration was actually tagged as the most corrupt in the history of Ghana, and I say in the history of the Fourth Republic. Adentina a ban sa adentina mo cancer because as a then no from the time around that time a number of allegations, a number of corrupt cases have been reported. You remember in the around I think 2015 one of the most serious cases that was a Metro Mask rebranding case. I think, yeah, it was around 2015 that we used, or some government officials used 3.6 million Ghana cedis.
2.5.
2.5 billion Ghana cedis. Million Ghana cedis. Actually, initial report was 3.6.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 million Ghana cedis to rebrand about 116 buses. And we all were like, it was a big thing that never should have happened in our history of, because we were then facing a number of problems in this country. And that is, the conclusion was that if the state resources will be used, it shouldn't be used in this manner. So we all wanted to fight this canker because at the end of the day, to me, you use state resources like this. So some of us really welcome the idea, say, at the end of the day, another political party would campaign, say, and yes, or target their opponent as corrupt alone, but is coming also to establish an institution backed by law to fight corruption. And that is the Office of the Special Prosecutors, Office of the Special Prosecutor. So some of us were so much happy with it. You know, the first person, personally, I was very disappointed. The first person I appointed, say or no, and yet the first officer to take over that office. I was very disappointed because Martin Amedu, who was appointed, if you listen to his vetting, about 90% of the allegations or 80% of allegations the man had made. When he went to vetting, he couldn't substantiate them.
Because there was a mere perception.
And I was very disappointed because he was a lawyer, not just a simple lawyer, but he's an experienced lawyer for that matter. And so I was expecting that the things he was saying those days were things that when he's given the chance, he would actually substantiate. So when he actually couldn't substantiate those things, those allegations as at then, I was a bit disappointed. Yeah. So me, right from onset, I knew that. And I have told myself, say, this man cannot do the job. He should be replaced. So when he was giving excuses here and there, I couldn't get this, I couldn't get that, I couldn't do this, I knew he was just buying time. Because he could have done it better if he was prepared to do the job. Sammy, fast forward to the new appointment. I think, say, looking at the performance of Martin Amedu, for me, the new appointment, I believe, the new appointee would have done better. And for me, is doing better. Of course, we were expecting that office to start right from day one to fight corruption, prosecute people. We should see certain people in jail. Now you expect to say certain people beko jail. You expect to say certain people will be standing prosecution by now. Right? Based on allegations I had more those days.
In opposition.
In opposition. And this Sardina Martin Mamidu Beye no. Yenina na ye dream say no, it's one of the political talks and yenko yenim until say ono free ho and a new one we buy. New one we buy no. Honestly, we also expect and say ono so best start immediately. Say or be prosecute certain people. But ono me hono say ono nimne ejuma na oye no. Otiase very well say enye case bia na obeye den ubetumi I use 2 days and I say 3 days and I say 6 months to finish it. Yes. And say or no for me had taken its time and has studied the terrain very well. In the recent times, so check it, the actions are for me is responding very well. Not one of the main cases for me is this public accounts, public
PPA, Public Procurement Authority.
Public Procurement Authority is in court with that man as to what would come out. We are all waiting. But for me, the first step to go to court, the first step to prosecute people who you have evidence against, evidence of corruption against, and they are from the same government or ruling government, is a good sign. It's a good sign, and it's even encouraging. Say, you will do more. The second thing for me that I think the new guy is doing and is encouraging is, look, just recently, about this Achimota forest, how politicians have actually shared among themselves this forest. And I also say, no, the public outcry, no. I also have to jump into it and then look into whatever is happening. Now, it's also investigating it. And I think, say, it shouldn't be like, say, or no by issue statement alone, say, me investigate, now I jai. We are expecting, say, look, every bit of information, and I say every bit of allegation, Obia make it, and I say, every bit of investigation obey biano, we expect to say obe conclude, and whoever is found culpable, he will deal with that person. That is what we are expecting. And again, Mekachira will say, look, especially with the case of this Achimota forest, may expect to say, look, it is not Sir John, it's not only Sir John, but there are a lot of people, even in opposition, who are also benefiting from this. There are pastors who are benefiting, there are churches who are benefiting from this thing. And that is why last week, when we sat here, my position is say there should be a full-scale investigation. And so, if today we are saying, say, Office of Special Prosecutor also, or not so about Beshishim, and who say what is going wrong and what is going right, I think is the best thing. The American say, look, I feel sad a bit to me and say that office is broke today, and that's obey here resources. So we have any resources we here be to say Sena or Mampenin or promises some time back. I think this office, you shouldn't joke with the office. Any amount obey here be any resources, both human and whatever resources obey here be say or the be jumano yemfa mano no nye jumano, because Sami Mekachira said people in this country, politicians in this country, civil servants in this country are really killing this country slowly with their corrupt activities. And say office way yeah na ye be resourcing very well to fight corruption, then I don't think say ye be kwa do baby.
2 more minutes on the cathedral.
Onem, I feel say it shouldn't also be a resource allocation for only Office of the Special Prosecutor. There are other state institutions that are mandated to investigate corruption of public officials. Shraj is there. Yoko is there. We are not seeing them. They are not in the action. Ukohwa, Ombekachira will say, because we are not getting support. They will tell you behind the scenes, say, yeah, support in Inyama. I think, say, it is time, if you are serious about fighting corruption, these institutions also, aside the Office of Special Prosecutor, these institutions also must be resourced, must be given the mandate to amend the teeth to bite this time around. Now, Sami, coming to this
National
Cathedral, I personally, I don't have any problem when when government even is allocating resources to build National Cathedral. I don't have any problem with that. Maybe I know, say, the problems that other people have, they say, we have other priorities. And I say, you war. Nyambibia, I say, yenya and sana, sadie na start. But I mean, the needs of people and the needs of this country would always be there. Right? Would always be there. And sometimes, you know, near maybe what say, yeah. At this material moment, you know, we won't see the importance of it until when it's finished, and now when it's completed. And sometimes, you know, we will see the value of it. And may one say sometimes it's a country that we know the price of everything. Everything, we know the price of everything, but we don't know the value of anything.
So you think, as you speak, Ghana, state a woman, it's okay for government to spend 25 million Ghana cedis commit 25 million Ghana cedis to the construction of National Cathedral, whilst we have statutory payment, nursing training alawa, nursing teacher training alawa, APAT, Office of the Special Prosecutor, MP's Common Fund, National Health Insurance Levy, contractors, all of them, but it's appropriate to allocate 25 million Ghana cedis to the construction of National Cathedral.
When President Kufuor committed state money, resources, to start renovation of Jubilee and a Flagstaff House, then we any problems in this country.
Okay.
We were having problems in this country.
Okay.
Today, Ubetumia catch me say the Jubilee House today has it not been beneficial to us as a country? That is why America say near maybe yeah. If it is not for me, if the resources, it is not going into personal pocket of people.
Okay.
And it is for the benefit of the country. Of course, I don't see why people.
How do Muslims are also part of Ghana? How do Muslims benefit from National Cathedral? How do the traditional leaders, Kwaku Bonsam and the rest, how do they benefit from the National Cathedral?
Oh, listen, you can't solve every problem at the same time, right? A bedroom baby, I can say, I would also champion maybe building something for traditionalists.
Okay.
About way into me, that is why I'm saying, say, somebody also took that bold decision, say, me renovate Flagstaff House for presidents to come. Today, where are we operating from? We used to operate from the castle. Today, we are operating from there. Is it not beneficial to this country? Why do we trivialize everything?
Okay.
And we know the price of everything, but we don't know the value of it. So our politics, you know, okay. As long as it is not a matter of things that is benefiting an individual and is benefiting the whole nation, because National Cathedral war is here no. Say ban say enne ye wie say bibina say if something happens to you and that thing demands say yanko ye war National Cathedral.
I mean
that is what I'm saying.
Because as a Christian, me 30 years no. Without National Cathedral, I go to church. So why do I need National Cathedral as a Christian?
National Cathedral does not necessarily mean say yes, yeah, sorry, obianko.
So for so dear be pan and National Cathedral, and me as a Christian, I benefited from it.
Say, Sami, obetumi aka tell me say National Cathedral no, yes, I see keke.
So
it is basically that is what I'm telling you. Say it is basically to host a national functions.
National functions. But all this you have been holding national functions.
That's what I'm saying. So why? You can hold national functions at a particular place that is not befitting. Okay. So if a government says that I'm holding a national function at such a befitting place, today we are not seeing it because we are trivializing it and politicizing it. But make a child say a china say bibi yebe who say this thing is beneficial.
Okay. My main message is na yentoa dwumadi no so so adwo nkyere no 1 2 3 yenua the free Medina was say good evening Sir Eric from Medina was say I think it is time Ghanaians should let go of MPP and NDC government. Which rather was say good evening Sami. It's Mustafa from Mustafa was it from between. Please tell Nanado and his ECG that due to unstable power they have spoiled my TV, and yet they really criticize the past government. I'm really disappointed. Wesley Sami, you are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. I love journalists who are very bold like you to put this government on its toes. Wesley, good evening, please. I have a simple question for the President. Mr. President, are you happy about how Ghanaians are complaining in this country? From Ernest. We say this is not the Ghana we want, so or say this is not government we want. So now MPP has bring Ghana back again, while Europe are ahead of us in 50 years again. How can we catch them? We love this squad, but where is the other person who is also neutral? Or we say NPP has nothing to offer Ghanaians from Kumasi, Sani Abacha Nadiwe Aba. We see Ghanaians should thank God for giving Akufo-Addo the opportunity to serve, for us to know his capabilities. His failure would mean that the best men couldn't rule the country. He has shown clearly that he has no idea of managing a country. Haruna Dumakuru Elifrisunyane Nodiwe Aba. We say, please, this MPP man should not come to your show program again. There's no MPP man here. An MPP rep will be in here. Yera Jonathan is a journalist, and Yera Asani Tano is a LPG rep. My name is Richard from Sprinters Road. Also, all those NAPCO trainees and nursing trainees suffering under Akufo-Addo were same people applauding for more for Nana. So leave them to suffer. Radio Dabo say, I always watch your program anytime and you allow him to come to your show. I won't watch your program again. Sami, my name is Peter from Taifa. Peter, you're afraid to be divergent views, divergent opinion. We should not always be agree. Let's agree to disagree. And see, are there a program? Because we are all learning. Please say, I love watching this program because you speak the truth and honest. God bless you. Now let's move on to another issue. COVID-19 expenditure. Parliament Speaker Simon Kanofurata so mna me account to Parliament to Ghana. Now here's the COVID-19 sikano send nya send e dey na etumi di no nkro no ba. But before we ba so kra no, one of the MPP 2020 parliamentary candidates is heard on a loud recording. Sikano no nya through COVID-19 as a candidate, as a regional vice chair of the party, other party executives, how much that was allocated to them. But before that, me pacho yam kone yenku tie ma me no asema okan ye na yam fanfa adwene we say there be any need say Ghana could be waste your time. It's a committee taxpayers money say ye probe COVID-19 expenditure and I say it's okay. Say it's I want to be to me and I see nyaman into yentie ma me no any audio ni binafe to us.
The COVID fund came. I was given 50,000. Oh. My quota was 50,000 as a regional second vice. Then, who doubles as a parliamentary candidate for Sanargu? I had another 50,000 cedis, making it 100,000. Then the constituency were given, is it 200,000 or so? I can't remember. So I called for, and MCU was giving 30,000. I can't remember. Then Chairman was giving 20,000, and I think the other executives did 10,000, or was it Chairman was giving 10,000? But I can't remember. So I called them to a meeting. I called the constituency executive to a meeting, and I told them that fine for me, I am going to add all the 100,000 that I am entitled to the constituency. Listen, oh, I am handing over all my 100,000 to the constituency money. I didn't ask any executive to add his money to what I was going to give to the women. I handed over the forms and everybody to the team, and we went round and we did the disbursement. The next step was, I have taken police station executives' money and I want to spend that money. My 100,000, not even one that I filled for somebody in my house, not even one that I filled for a member of my team. Secretary, Karamba, Polo, Chairman, they were in charge. After that, the form and everything was not given to me. They sent it straight to regional secretary, and regional secretary sent it to Accra directly. So my brothers, where did I spend the money? When I even added everything, not even a peso I took from it. What kind of propaganda is this? What kind of propaganda is this? So please, let's learn to tell each other the truth. You may not like me, but when you are talking about the things I have done, talk about the truth. If you respond with lies, I will come back and counter, because I will not keep quiet.
So the genesis of this issue, Nina said the internal party wrangling. She said the woman was accused or has been accused. Said party Sikawadi no also actually in the course of explaining herself, her sacrifices to the party during 2020 election, and how she managed and how she was allocated with a COVID fund as a parliamentary candidate, 50 Ghana cedis, as a regional vice chair, 50 Ghana cedis, 100,000 Ghana cedis, constituency, regional executives were entitled to 30,000, 20,000, 10,000, and the rest. Here, Asani, Tano, 10 minutes. COVID-19 expenditure. Is it an eye-opener or is it just overlooked and move on as a country?
Yeah, I say, also, yeah, Ghana for and as account for, baby say, sebe. Ututu form. Na ujam from a gum na kataswa. Then BP. And as ututu form crana say uja will nanguma or kataswa. Mema kurase. Sa abu bina a friend or a mumno obe sheho bia ba no abobo no say dawano
aboy mi refini din
na osum no
yeah who's abuano
enti proverbs so wo utwa ntro wo de atwa ntro to amra kese pa fashion ebi ne de akosi ye ka say covid-19 sikai omo adi enu nti no mutumi nya akota omo se yeboa ya me ne wo de yehu bi o me ne wo na ye wo techima. The whole of November 2020 we spent it in Techiman. And it was in Techiman that we realized that the COVID-19 money was being blown by the party apparatchiks. Omarewa de why me bonipa chairman Omarewa de third vice chairman, national chairman, third
MPP.
Northern Regional your friend is saying second vice secretary, second vice chair. Pona 100,000 no. No matter what they were, me no namui. Just no. She is not the only person who got it. They shared it across the country to their party members. Now we warn the churches and individuals who were donating monies like that. Maybe for fame, to now we call the presidency. They are donating. They are announcing as we told them, say, don't go and give your money to these people. They didn't listen. They sent the money. These people are thieves. They will not account for the thing. And my passes our chrono way. Almost we will account for it every month. We are expecting the GRA to come out this week. In fact, some background a trim. Until 1 week, we or accounts no for to drag 10 yehu is sky. Because they told us just the first day in one entity, they make 10 million Ghana cedis or 1 million Ghana cedis, whatever, from just one entity. So we are waiting for them to give us the account. But accounting for the COVID-19 process, no there, is that on arrival? And yeah, dear, ombaye, and now yansua, and yen kreno. Because are you coming to tell us what this woman is saying is a lie? Are you coming to tell us that you did not distribute the COVID-19 monies to your people? Indeed, in normal across the country during the 2020 campaign, when a monoma almost can say a distribute lucky down. San and a techima yedi yehubi say or much chairman crofo. Emman or Mwankas or Munkro for the train radio so. Edi one that say, no man, COVID-19 scan a friend saying, a morning no man, miss me be sardine, so and so. They were saying it. In the year him that I saw is canoma or mabumutu. You understand? How can, and when we tell them that the COVID brought actually a blessing, and I say, COVID no didn't shrabre Ghana. Of course, omo money o meba bi ko enya busia for your momo because me bia ewu nti obi a ne bibi ewu as a result of COVID no obeka say be a minute treatment na meka say me pamocho mo fancha me yes sir. But esika pa aban wenyi aye covid na yes ka ketwa. The ya me yakura po ne say enu achi ya be say 2 weeks ago. Ghana Health Service obo paying no that one be catch say as we speak there's no one single person in any hospital you are hospitalizing because say be or yari free COVID. But we are still paying COVID levy. How callous can a government be? Say, yari akura wo yari abo. Na wakwada hospital. Na be a no be home any hospital where say kotobra no. You see abontin ko to no ne by a list no so no COVID ya charge o. Wa bo hu musu ma COVID a chew. Nti yesa agye eto. Does it make sense? In the whole world, which country, which village, which town, and you say COVID, ye je ho levy. Me we sky the brown a chase can be anke betumi abo COVID for ho bra ne bibia. You blow the money, you use it for campaign, and you come and tell us lies. Come and account to us and you don't want. Today, your own people have started saying it, that the monies were shared for the one person got a whooping sum of 100,000 Ghana cedi, a second vice chairman. Nti onumpo no nya say you how much more painful no. So no nya say how much more the substantive chairman in that region. Because omo share security in ranks. Nti nkofo mu nya ye ne normal no manya. You have destroyed the nation. And I am urging this government with as a matter of urgency to remove that dubious COVID fund, COVID levy na yetriano. It's still there. Meanwhile, the COVID is gone. Even if it is not gone at all, COVID is not ravaging any country anymore. You understand? Or even if it is affecting other countries, Ghana, as we speak, have no record of one single person. Hospital be. Yet we are paying levy. Now malaria by na kaya jiho levy be seen na. Sanka Ghana actually to say New York best 20 times. We must tell the people that they are being wicked to those of us who voted for them. They are being wicked to the unborn generation. They are making life difficult for people to live in this country. And Nuntin and Crawford a troop out. Now Ghana for yakoma enye ding. They say Arab for no any more Saharian regions no. Also omo omonda me pono so omo wunu kura pono omo ko. Ghana for ye ni sa akoma no yesro. Anka Ghana for be true meka perfi o mem ha no. Anka bia Ghana population akakitu abi because anda nanano danko kufuado. Life is so difficult. Nana Kurendo Ajima Rollins. Life is so difficult. I don't know how can you and I never thought said the so-called Abrabo name Dimo Mills Mahama Abreso. Now minim say 10 times of that. Because it was alleged. But under Mills Mahama's administration, life was better. Under Kufuor, life was better. Even under Rollins a year, 9 years, life was better. And with Nanado coming in, we thought that life would even be better because this man is somebody everybody respected. Indeed, and in fact, the candidate who was respected and revered so much prior to 2016 election was Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo. Look at him. He has come to mess the country up. Everything is in arrears. How did we get to where we are buying fuel, 1 gallon, for 50 Ghana cedis? I didn't born kwani yaye. You can't say a baby buy China petrol better some yato gallon be 10 cedis. No. But the way I know maybe a share petroleum any Esla na wo hanka na 5 years what be dia 15 years no man you spoke against no man. And my life I difficult papa. Inti you must think say nkrofobi bre mo de mo was ka moto fu mo didi nti yan ya bre yentumi rent ya ka inokora no mo feel say we are attacking you, we don't respect, but we must tell you the truth. We be kunye because what is happening now, the country is in danger. You are destroying the future of the people of this country, the generations unborn. We'll see human go and so look at the number of people who are coming out from school or munya ejumanya. What do you think they will do to the next generation?
Okay. My main kind message now for me I'll say the problem is the finance minister seek the permission from parliament Was it? Did the finance minister seek permission from Parliament? The money is not for Ken Oforiatta or the president. We should have about the minority for filing motion to demand the money paid for the National Cathedral into the construction of National Cathedral. We say Sami and Pabadu calling from Yela or see if the president said he had spent on the security services, ask him if the salary of major in Ghana Army is the same as the rank in the police, prison or fire services. Chief superintendent in police has a car, a driver, a bodyguard, and a bungalow. Is it the same as other services? Totally no. Why buying cars for armies and the police? What about the other services? What should they about say? Good evening, Sami. Please ask the MPP man, when will his government pay arrears of nursing trainee alawa over 9 months now? This government has nothing good to offer Ghanaians. It was a good evening, Original TV. The man in a wet cloth talking like I won't read. It was a good evening, Sami. Please ask Mr. Journalist that if Ghana were his company, would he like the way it's being managed? Why is he applauding National Cathedral over the needs of what makes the life of the ordinary Ghanaian? As Nana Adodan Kwakufuadu will say, better. When the Ghanaians want a shoe and he get it, he forgets about the need if he follow a human. What? Where's the passing back door paying huge amount to some of the security services and silence some of them means you spend on all of them? Question no no. Well, say hello, Mr. Sam. Wednesday was my first time watching this program and I love it. You are just perfect for the show. I like the way you ask your questions and always standing as the host. Keep it up. NPP has taken Ghana back. Was it good evening, Hunter? I still maintain you deserve an award. Or say, the truth is that the National Cathedral is as useless as throwing our money into the boiler. I want to state categorically that the cathedral is a satanic temple and it's not for Christianity. I'm inviting all Ghanaians to go to our NDC branches to get registered in the ongoing registration and stand with NDC shoulder to shoulder to uproot these criminals you call government. Come 2025, they are the Achem Sakawa mafias. Faisa, Montaru, Bapuri, the free trouble, Sama constituency, trouble constituency on the Aba. Where's please, is it that our president is being deceived by his finance minister and the people surrounding him, or he knows the truth about all this corruption and lies that come before, but won't say anything? So these politicians come to enrich themselves, families, and the worst of all, building their respective parties and not the country and the innocent people who voted for them to power. Wicked politicians. You know the abano. Joe, Yanko.
Sammy. COVID-19
expenditure.
And they say, finance minister on be accounted for expenditure why and I say Skayanya. Sami so be kaya 2020 12 March and I hear the first two cases of COVID-19. Nabaku free Norway, Nabaku so free. They were imported cases. Baku free Norway and the other one was Turkey. Yeah, those were. But we share from that moment now. That's our time no kura na me ni krum ha. COVID-19 no buy no. I me kura na me wo Nigeria. I me kwa koye ejuma bi wo Nigeria for 8 days. And me wo Nigeria for 8 days. Me spending 8 days. Me spending 7 days. The 8th day I me back no. ena COVID no be ye sa niameyenti. What happened was that the following day when I was about to come to Ghana, Nana, ma lockdown.
Okay.
Ma lockdown and then closing borders. And it affected me. So I spent about 4 to 5 months in Nigeria.
Okay.
During the COVID, during the lockdown.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
And I experienced the lockdown in another country.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
But on him say now it was a great fun because now me monitor what was going on in Ghana. And now me they compare what was going on also in Nigeria. And it was fun. But Sammy, on him, record shows say COVID by no first quarter of that year, if you check out, the global debt increased by 20 trillion. They say, COVID started, people developed economics globally. They were all borrowing to support their economy because it was unexpected. Just like I was caught up in Nigeria. Unexpected, you know. Because nobody was expecting, say, a bit me basa. Because so who say planes have been parked for so many months. Cars have been parked for so many months. I mean, commercial cars. Factories have been closed down for so many months. Of course, what you expect is that say a deliberate planning to close down these factories, close down these commercial, places. The only thing you are expecting is a serious effect on your local economy, on the global economy. And we all saw it. Until today, make us say, we are still recovering from the COVID effect, from the impact of COVID. We are having our share as a country. Sami, even that, to me, who say some countries were able to manage their affairs better than others. And no Nigeria say, indeed, there are men, the men were separated from the boys. I can say most African countries, were seen as boys. Because the effects, me, I was in Nigeria, I saw the effects. Most people in Lagos were living hand to mouth. And say, keeping 3 days in the room, say, manunko ye juma, a disaster. Sounds on about okrum ha. And now who say people were feeding people. And they were able to manage their affairs well. No? To say UK, to say US, China, say we were suffering. And no more day, Sikakakra, another Sikakese, Ebeboy. Say, oh, Aden, Munji way, na Munfa Munso Shemo Alpha. Not that alone, but we took right from there, and so I think we took lessons from what was happening, and Abayanso initiated something. Say, Obia obetumi aboa locally no companies, individuals, philanthropists, and omo keka ho omo nye den omo boa. And we had a lot of money. World Bank donated a lot of money to support us locally. Individuals from this country and outside, companies, multinational companies and local companies, all supported. And the Enyasika to support the local industries, na wo krom ha the local individuals are omuntumi nya aduane ne de kekekeka ho omuntumi ntua bills ne de kekekeka ho enti ye nya eska for those things. Now from 2020 BCN the American say it is not out of place say same ya nyesike bi and say obi donate some monies to you and ebeba no say at the end of the day no or expect some results no is it what we are having? Because most companies were collapsing as at then. Small companies were collapsing, were suffering. And this ask can I buy no yes but this says ask no a better then the best support you more. Even the big companies were collapsing. Yes. So we were expecting say the best support you more. And that money should go there. And in America say it is not out of place to say minority and as a Speaker of Parliament because say this cannot man say onhwe so no ene brana beye then be account for it. It is not out of place. But what is out of place is that I feel sad. Say before the accountability process start, already the perception is created. Say, yeah, squander money now. Yeah, this cannot. I mean that is unfortunate. Let the man come and account. Then from there we can make a judgment. Say, yes, indeed, Mr. Foriata. We do yesika, and that's how abina adi yesika.
Revelation bit to say audio yeah boy about MPP regional vice chair who also double as a parliamentary candidate for 2020 election. Abasia, don't you think say it's enough reason for every Ghanaian to believe that the money was not used for the intended purpose?
What is so much in that revelation the woman was saying that is so for you know what is in that what
said she was giving COVID-19 money 50,000 Ghana cedis as a parliamentary candidate, 50,000 Ghana cedis as a a vice chair, and she used that money to support the party campaign.
That's what I'm saying. Say these are the issues, sir. Say ebeye. That is what she claims. Fantastic. But that is what I'm saying. Say, when the person who actually was in charge of all these monies, you know, right, which is the finance minister, say, yes, you say, Ombe accounted for it. And also, Wababe accounted, or can say, yes, indeed, I gave money. Because when is someone to parliament to come and account, all these things, minority is there to ask him.
Should he have to even wait for Parliament to call him to come and account? And I say 2020, 2021, 2023 years. Why is he still waiting for Parliament to, or somebody to put pressure on him before he account for money that he has spent for the past?
Of course,
year?
so it should have gone before, because I feel, say, even if yearly, and I say 6 months after these monies were coming out. But you realize, say, even as we speak today, you can't tell me, say, COVID-19 is totally out of our way. It's still existing. It's still there. It be the impact then. It's not the same impact in it.
Okay.
Oh, and the media may want to say, at the end of the day, no, young train na Mr. Foriata, Uncle Parliament, Uncle accounting for every bit of money you are donating. Because every money that any institution, any individual, any multinational company be donate towards supporting the local people, local industries, you know, during the COVID-19 impact, you know, has been recorded.
Okay.
These are, and we expect and say, or Beba be country say, okay, we between this period, no, say.
All right. My main kind message na fe yampon. Yenua Pedro, I see what here live from here Indianapolis, Kumasi Tano, Tano so, Kumasi Tano so no di free edia banana fia. share from Kumasana. That's really there was a why can't the president change the finance minister Haruna? Damakuru the Fesunyane no de aba. We say SP Achimota Bofu or see Mr. Jonathan we know we are suffering because of some of you look at the way you talk. We say Uncle Sammy, please tell the MPP government to stop that project because because they are liars, God will not accept it. Here are Asani Tano, 30 seconds, wrap up. Let's go.
Yeah, I think, sir, going forward in the next 2.5 years, under Uncle Kufuado, if anybody in this country thinks that things will change, you are joking. Until let us brace up. Ya boss umpa. Bibi anywhere. Or monkas or party members act. And then Dr. Malcolm Bansemo wa progu hon. And it is the truth he said.
Okay.
Party no enkoyi o mo digana fu hamo. And I am baffled. Say, we will sit on national radio, television, and defend the canker that is going on. The abysmal performance of this administration, without wanting to speak the truth to power, right? No matter cost no and yet it is not affecting just the ordinary person. Education, every institution has been affected. And like I mentioned, 2 weeks ago, the Ghana Health Service Director came out to say there's no single COVID patient in any of the hospitals. Okay. So as we speak, we cannot be blaming COVID. And
okay. You're right, Jonathan. 30 seconds.
Sabi, the mechanic say, oh, problems are over Chrome Hano. I mean, if you are looking for, say, a bit free mono, we are expecting, say, the Obeba be fire a free mono to give us a clear vision of where we are going.
Until then, we should continue.
Say on to me, Maya, then it's better we stay where we are.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to find a Bema comedy Jumadi in United States. I can commercial we follow Jumadi and one follow from Monday visited the draw free Juada Kusi Yawada. The Uniform Tomo Kayera Asani Tano, a LPG national organizer. Yera Jonathan and Centroni. Miami join me a Muson for Samonto, the captain of the Dresh Basadaka Sem Coma, a year control room, as like as Coma MCR, as like as Coma, I was sending message to the WhatsApp and Facebook. As soon as that can see a savior and a graphics works in Nano or yet in Sano of a pa. Yes, Chris Amanet in Comua, and that's what I said.